My dear children, we have seen that the mind base is the knowing that does not cling to pleasure or pain, not caught in like or dislike. At this level, the practitioner has stepped out of the trap of the aggregate of feeling. Yet something still lingers, the faint shadow of a knower. It is as if there is still a mirror and an image. There is still one who knows and something being known. This subtle duality means liberation has not yet reached its final point. So, what must be done? One must go beyond even the mind base. When the practitioner lets go of the notion, there is someone who knows. When there is no longer the thought, I am watching, I am aware, then what remains? Only pure knowing itself. This pure knowing is not anyone's possession, is not born, does not die, does not come, does not go, has no subject, no object. This is what the Buddha called unlearned wisdom, Trivo Se, the radiant wisdom that needs no teacher, no learning, because it has always been here. Like the sun hidden by clouds, when clouds disperse, the sun shines naturally. No one needs to bring it. Likewise, when the clouds of feeling and the subtle shadow of a knower dissolve, the light of wisdom simply shines. At that moment, there is no more pleasure, no more pain, no more self, no more other, only a vast expanse of clarity and freedom. This is nirvana. This is the Pure Land revealed right in the present moment. Part 5. The aggregate of feeling in practice. Why clinging to feeling prevents liberation. My dear children, many believe that by reciting the Buddha's name, they will surely reach the Pure Land, or by sitting in meditation, they will surely attain nirvana. But here I ask again, who is the one reciting? Who is the one meditating? If the one reciting still clings to feelings, then when peaceful he is happy, when restless he is sad. If the one meditating still chases after blissful states, then when bliss appears he rejoices, when restlessness comes he despairs. All of these are nothing but the aggregate of feeling. The Buddha taught, if one still takes feelings as real, one remains within samsara. If one sees feelings as impermanent, not self, not mine, one begins to walk the path of freedom. Think carefully. To like peaceful feelings is still attachment. To hate restless feelings is still aversion. To cling to I am practicing is still ignorance. As long as attachment, aversion, and ignorance remain, the Pure Land is still far, nirvana still unseen. Because the Pure Land is not a place you run to after death, nirvana is not a distant realm. Both are the very wisdom of pure knowing when one is free from the chains of feeling. So, when reciting the Buddha's name, if you do not cling to the joy or sadness that arises, but abide in the bright knowing, then the Pure Land is present. When meditating, if you do not chase tranquility or resist agitation, but simply dwell in clear knowing, then nirvana shines forth. Part 6. Meditation and recitation. As long as you want to eliminate thoughts, you cannot reach non-self. My dear children, often while meditating, thoughts arise, memories of the past, worries of the future. Seeing this, many become upset. Why is my mind so noisy? I must get rid of these thoughts. Or, while reciting the Buddha's name, if distracted by wandering thoughts, one becomes anxious. I must suppress them to return to mindfulness. But listen carefully. The wish to eliminate thoughts is itself another thought. To desire stillness is still a form of clinging, and wherever clinging exists, there is still the sense of I. As long as I remains, non-self cannot be realized. The Buddha taught, when thoughts arise, simply know, a thought is arising. When thoughts pass, simply know, a thought is passing. Neither chase them nor suppress them. In that simple knowing, bright and unshaken, thoughts are like clouds drifting in the sky, like waves rising and falling on the sea. The sky remains vast, the ocean remains still. If you cling to eliminating thoughts, you are still bound. If you cling to peaceful states, you are still bound. Only when you see thoughts as they are, without pushing or pulling, do you begin to touch the door of non-self. Part 7. Final teaching. Seeing the aggregate of feeling. Living with pure knowing. My dear children, from the beginning we have traveled together, from the aggregate of feeling, the storm of pleasure and pain, to the mind base, the knowing without joy or sorrow, beyond that to unlearned wisdom, the radiant knowing free of self and other. Understand this well. If you still identify with feelings, you are bound in samsara. If you abide only in the mind base, you have peace but not yet freedom. Only when you transcend even the mind base, living fully in pure knowing, do you taste nirvana. Pure knowing is not happy, not sad, not bound to self, not bound to other. It is not created by learning, not given by a teacher. It is the wisdom that shines by itself. So who recites the Buddha's name? No one. Only the sound of the Buddha's name echoes in vast knowing. Who meditates? No one. Only the breath flows in luminous awareness. At that moment, there is no more pleasure, no more pain, no more self, no more other, only a vast expanse of clarity and freedom. This is nirvana. This is the Pure Land revealed right in the present moment. Closing. My dear children, the aggregate of feeling is like waves upon the sea. The mind base is like a mirror reflecting. But pure knowing, unlearned wisdom, is the ocean itself, is the vast sky unstained. If you cling to feelings, you chase waves. If you cling to the mind base, you cling to the mirror. Only when you return to pure knowing, you abide in the freedom of the ocean and the sky. This is the very path of the Buddha, to lay down the burden of the aggregates, to awaken in pure knowing, to be free here and now. Homage to the original teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha.